A very special announcement from Super EV Master. Unless you're someone who likes to stay updated with things and likes to get all the new NASCAR news, uh, that right there is the sponsor for the next NASCAR Pickup Series race at Phoenix International Raceway on March 2nd, which is this next Sunday, and it's called The Prophet on CNBC 500. Now, The Prophet is a show. It's like a television show that's reality, and it is shown on CNBC 500. So after 9 years, Subway is not going to be the sponsor for the Spring Phoenix race anymore. Surprisingly, because before next Sunday, it's always been called this. Subway has always been the sponsor of the spring race ever since the spring race was introduced in 2005. So very shocker there was Subway, but I guess Subway you're going to lose some customers. And, and while I'm here, I just want to say I'm going to the spring race. It's gonna be my first PIR NASCAR Pickup Series spring race since 2009. So 5 years ago. And that race is also going to dedicate my very first Pickup Series race. It was 2008 April. It was 2008 in April during the Subway Pressure 500. And during that race, Jimmy Johnson won, and I was sitting in turns three, and I was sitting in turns four. So that's very exciting. Good memories. And when I go there, this will be my 13th NASCAR race I've attended at PIR, and overall 15th NASCAR race ever attended out of all the tracks. Um, and hopefully later this year in November, I'll go to the uh, I'll go to the fall Phoenix race, which is also going to have a new sponsor. But I'm not gonna tell you that now, unfortunately. So, and hopefully, and maybe I can this year I might during the summer I might go to a brand new racetrack. Anyway, on to the next topic. So once again, I'm going to pull up this mapper here. Uh, so basically, I sit in the exact same grandstand as I sat last time, which means it's going to be in the Bobby Allison grandstands. But this time instead of being all the way closer to turn two, I'm going to be kind of in like the middle of turns 1 and 2, and I'm still going to sit in the same column rows. I'll be sitting slightly higher in row 10. Uh, when I went there last November, I sat in row 7, so hopefully row 10 provides a better seating. Uh, so yeah. The reason why the Allison grandstand, the reason why I like the grandstand is because it it gives you the best view of the racetrack. You can see, it's pretty much the only grandstand of where you can see like the whole track, pretty much depending on how high you sit. Row 10 is probably the best access for the cheapest seats. And speaking of cheap, I had to pay $55 for my own seat. Now I don't really know. Now I don't really know any other NASCAR tracks that provide like seats lower than $55. So I think that PIR is very lucky to afford very cheap seats, because I've seen racetracks of where they have like seats for like $75 or even like $100. So I'm really lucky that PIR is very cheap. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This year marks PIR's 50th anniversary from 1964 to 2014. So I'm very excited to attend this race, and most likely the race in November. Man, geez, 50 years of PIR. That is, to me that is absolutely impressive to see with the excitement and all the great action PIR has brought over the years. To crowning champions, to having intense fights, to having some of like the biggest crashes and some of the most like unexpected finishes or plot twists. these races. Um, and I'm definitely glad that here in my state of Arizona, here in my state of Arizona, that there is a NASCAR track. So thank you, PR, and you're gonna have so many great years to come. Just like my last two times I've gone there, I am going to make I am going to be making a video on my experience, and this time I'm going to be able to do a little bit more. I'm going to get there a little bit more earlier. And PIR is only and PIR is only like less than like an hour than where I live. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. All right, so when I go there, I'm gonna bring my wallet and buy stuff such as diecast cars, and a few other NASCAR appliances. I might make a special video on that, but mostly it'll just be like diecast cars. And if I buy diecast cars, not just diecast cars, but 2014 diecast cars, that will mean there will be a Lowe's Cup Series Season 3. It's not announced yet, but I cannot announce it until I start buying tons of 2014 diecast cars, and I'll be able to get tons of 2014 diecast cars at PIR. So most likely after the race, when I come home, we'll probably get, and then when I come home, with like a bag full of diecast cars. That will mean that season 3 of Lowe's Cup Series will be confirmed, and I'll do, and I will definitely do one. So yeah. So so I hope that you're very excited about that. Well, I think that's enough information. So in the link, I'll put the links of my past two PR experiences there, there in the link, and that's pretty much all I gotta say. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Um, I can't wait to hear I can't wait to hear your comments on what you have to say about this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time with most likely season 2 race 21.